Hey, hey.
We're back, we're back, we're back.
Hey guys.
And
We
I
did
promise
see it,
you,
Haven.
it is not 100% Ziggy Live, so just bear with us. We do have some corrections to make, but we're going to be moving on from that. So, of course, I need to put up the disclaimer for those of you with a delicate disposition.
Delicate. Yes, this again. Jam 420, you are only left to hit the laughing emoji button. I'm so sorry.
Also, hey Kim.
Thanks.
All right, carry on.
Okay, I think TJ's down here now. Let me get her up. There she is.
Just in time.
Do you have the link, Soup?
Yeah.
Probably going to play that first. Right, we're going to play Tragedy Films Exposed, excellent video, where she recorded Ziggy reacting to our discussion about Erica A actually being Lady CG. I've got a little bit more evidence to go with that. But, you really need to see just how uncomfortable, nervous and twitchy, I mean, even for Ziggy, she was twitchy, when this subject came up.
Oh, yeah. And then we got more. Oh, sorry. Hold on. And we got more for y'all. And then a little bit more. We're going to have a good show tonight. I feel it's going to be a good show. Shout out to Tragedy Pimps Exposed. We're going to play this right off. This is going to lead into some more.
This could easily be fucking proven wrong, but I'm not going to fucking go through the work. I don't feel like I should have to.
Oh, let me let y'all know what this is about real quick for anybody that missed last week's live, which I say most of y'all here watched it. This is Ziggy trying to debunk that she knew, or claiming that she did not know, that that was Lady CG, also known as Lolita, on that panel with her that night, just so we're clear. So this is Ziggy responding to our live that she didn't watch.
Oh, Ziggy, please do. Because you know what? If you actually could prove your innocence, I have no doubt you'd be putting out those phone calls. You're a fucking liar.
I think people should. I understand, like, from the clip, like, that I heard, yeah, the lady does sound like Lady CG. She does sound a lot like her. But how many times have I been wrong about somebody? Like, I was so sure that those harassing phone calls that I got for so long was Griff, and I was wrong. I mean, I was positive, and so were like half of you guys.
Just watch those eyeballs dancing around.
Or how about the times that people have accused me before it came out, before Adrian, her name's Adrian, just like me, Mama Sassy. People always like were determined, trying to say I was her. Like, they were convinced. So I'm like, that is not me, I promise you.
She is so way off base here. The reaching is very real. This has nothing to do with her knowing if that was Lolita or not. She knew it was Lolita.
Of course she did. And her trying to sort of give a couple of examples of people sounding like other people, assumptions that people have jumped to. This wasn't just a matter of this woman sounded like Lady CG. If it was just that, then I would give you some sort of flexibility, because that does happen. Sometimes people sound alike. But you would have to have a whole bingo card where she sounds like Lady CG, Lolita. She washes up all the time, just like Lolita. She refers to the same things as Lolita. She has the same squeaky kitchen door as Lolita. There was another one I was going to say. Oh, yeah, the 11th Commandment one. She uses the same idioms as Lolita uses. How many sort of coincidences are you actually willing to allow before you realise that this is enough evidence? I'm pretty sure that if I was to bring this in front of a jury, the general position would be that it was Lady CG / Lolita.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about the voice. It's about so many different things that are said on that live.
Exactly.
It took her coming up on camera and stuff for people to believe that that was not me. So she might sound exactly like Lolita, or it could be her, but I don't know. I haven't listened to the call.
You're the biggest liar I've heard in my life.
But that was, I mean, I listened to a little clip and its voices sound similar. And I trust the opinion of a couple other people that messaged me about it and said, it sounds exactly like her. But guys, if that was her, then she fooled me. Okay. And that was like early on. That was a few months after I started my channel. I didn't go fucking.
Please keep this in the back of your minds. Okay. Keep what she just said in the back of your minds.
And set something up for content. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, Ziggy, this is not a joke. You were friends with Lady CG because she offered to help you move away from Jim. Remember that? She was going to help you co-sign on something. That's important to keep in mind.
And I feel like too that if somebody was really serious, like Destiny, I feel like if you were really serious and concerned and really a supporter, that you would have contacted me differently than just coming in my chat to try to, put me on the spot or call me out,
Now, somebody came into her chat named Destiny and asked a simple question. Did you know that was Lady CG? Or something to that effect. And she does not take well to this at all. Like, if you were really concerned or really thought, you would have contacted me differently. Oh, what's the chat for? Just to, I guess, kiss her ass. And if you have any real questions for Ziggy, you should email her. You should reach out differently.
Or not, because people are fed up with your bullshit. I mean, it just keeps coming over and over. The lies, the exploitation, what you did to Summer and her brothers, it just keeps coming out over and over.
Which I don't care, because I don't care to be put on the spot. When you don't lie and you don't have anything to hide, it doesn't, it doesn't, the truth is the truth, right? And it can't be changed. The truth is the truth. And the truth is, I have never, ever in the history of my channel, how about I say this? Never, ever, ever in the history of my channel, ever conspired with somebody else, or even by myself, to put out false info for views.
Why the fuck you lying?
But I don't understand why people do that shit. You know what I mean? Why? I don't see the point. They can say, oh, for views. And guys, my channel was fucking doing so well at that time. I didn't need to fucking lie or make up stories.
Okay, Ziggy, I have no problem explaining it. Here it is. You were chasing the dragon. You had that one, in quotations, CPS live, and you were chasing the dragon. You were wondering, why don't I get all these views again? I put out all these CPS reports and it was so great and all these people watched, and then, you had to come up with something better. It's called chasing the dragon. And you, well, never mind. I'll shut my mouth on that part.
That was like prime of my fucking channel. So seriously, November of 2021?
Yep, you were chasing the dragon. I don't care what anyone says.
I was making triple what I make now. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Right? I'm sure you were. Because now everyone knows what a fraud you are. So they're not going to come in there and support you. Like, you have to go behind the scenes to get money to pay your rent and pay your bills. So, yeah, again, most people know by now that you're a fraud. So why would you be making anything like you were making back then?
I didn't need to. That was back when I had I had Prayer Garden on panel. I had all kinds of interviews. I was about to go meet Fred Hill for the first time.
So nice try, but this is all before that. So you were, had your Prayer Garden, you had all the Jerry Springer stuff, and then you were looking for ways to continue that. You eventually showed up on Fred's door, and that opened a whole other can of. That's on you. You scammed the Summerwells community. You made a skit, in quotations, a bunch of fake crap. All fake. In Summer's name. And her brother's name. I hope you're proud.
I had the actual what people call as a CPS leak, which is a whole different person who I haven't talked to since the first week of my channel. And no, that was not Lolita, as far as I know, because that seemed, that information still seems true to this day.
Does it, Ziggy? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But you do you. I mean, you can continue to live in some world where you exploit Summer Wells, get a bunch of money every month, and just make it. Each month, you just make it barely. And I'm sure your debt is, anyway, not my business. But if you have to go behind the scenes and ask subscribers for money, you got a problem, Ziggy. Get your shit together. And why don't you try getting a job? I mean, that would be helpful. And then you wouldn't have to invite people on your panel, have skits and pretend that they're part of the Summer Wells case. You're a hot mess. Girl, you are a mess.
But that lady that claimed to have a child that went to school with the boys, yeah, I had talked to her for some months, like in message and text, until Cher had, started harassing the lady and put out her phone number and stuff, because I sent a screenshot to Cher of text messages between me and the lady to show her something, and I forgot to edit out the phone number, and Cher started like, if I have that lady's phone number to this day.
Wait a second. Let's take a minute here and let's be reminded of what actually happened. So the lady on your panel, which we now know is Lolita, actually, Lady CG, she did not say she was the foster source. She actually said she knew her, and yeah, you guys did a little skit. That's actually what happened. And then I have another clip here where you say, oh, well, we had to do a little something different. We had to play it a little differently. And let's play that now. Okay, why not? So this is a clip of Ziggy speaking about that interaction with her and Lolita. Let's take a listen.
Awkward, it didn't go like how we wanted, because really she was trying to be really careful, but she was on my channel before. And she is the mother of a boy who is very good friends with one of the Wells boys in their new location. She did come on the channel one time. I could find the video, but it was really kind of awkward, because I didn't want to ask like any questions that were too personal, and I think she was kind of worried to say too much. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to ruin anything for like the foster parents or anything. Tell people, because I mean, I could say, oh, well, my source, I can tell you what I always tell you is, I can't tell you exactly who she is, but you would just have to basically count on my word.
Every one of her behaviors raises a red flag for me. Red flag!
But then again, I've been there from the beginning. So if people are new, I understand why it may not make sense, or why you might believe Ziggy. She does have a long history of lying. So anyway, if you don't believe it, please do go check out the Jerks live stream. They have covered this in great detail. Please.
Okay, who wants to take that comment on the screen?
Weren't you? Oh God, I'm not going to yell this time. Here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to keep repeating what should be obvious. If you can't keep up, I can't help you. Pearl?
If you go back to the lives that we're talking about, get yourself the nice little YouTube extension that allows you to search all the chat. You can put ESDERC in there, ESDERC. That was my name then. You won't find me in any of those chats. You won't find comments addressing me. I wasn't there at the time. Had I been, I would have spotted it far sooner. We didn't spot it until somebody re-uploaded a very old live onto their channel. Pretty much, was it 5 days ago, something like that? And the minute that we heard it, we realised what was going on, and we brought it to you. Some of you are going to choose to believe what you want to believe. I can't do anything for you with that, but I would encourage you to go back and look through the chats. Try and find us. You won't. Anyway, one of the things that Tragedy Pimps Exposed didn't put into that live, because it wasn't particularly relevant to what she was doing, was that Ziggy was talking about when somebody asked her about the fact that Lolita had offered to co-sign for her new home. Ziggy sort of said yes, but they'd only done that through email, which I just find unbelievable. I mean, those of us who have been in contact with Ziggy for any amount of time know that she is a voice note person. She would rather phone and chat. She's not a texter or an emailer generally. She much prefers the lazier option. So you're telling me that you discussed with somebody who was offering to co-sign for you to get a new place, and you didn't speak to them. It was all done by email. If you choose to believe that, that's up to you. I find that it's incredulous. It just is not credible that that happened. But also, if you remember, I showed you a clip last week that shows you that Lady CG was in that chat before the 18th of November. Should I show it again, or should we move on?
Well, I don't know. I don't think it would hurt.
I'll show it again then.
Yeah. Same shit. I was a subscriber to Ziggy's channel back then, but wasn't friends. Nope.
I was never Ziggy's friend. I was once her moderator. I was a
Carry on. I'm sorry, I hit the button. You were once a moderator.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that I was never Ziggy's friend. I was a subscriber and then a moderator, but never her friend. I was never her friend.
Same. We didn't talk like that.
No, I didn't.
I don't think any of us were.
Yeah,
I don't think any of us were her friend.
Yeah, I think it was just Lolita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late March of 2022 is when I joined her Discord. So in November of these early days when she started her channel, I didn't know her like that. There could be channels you're subscribed to. That doesn't mean you know the channel holder. But Lolita did. And Ziggy knew Lolita.
And they spoke for hours every day. If I show you this clip here, you will see Lolita's. Again, it's very hard to get comments in the chat from Lolita because she obviously deleted her channel as Lady CG. Yep. And you will see here, though, that there is a comment and a super chat pinned on screen during this video, which is Lady CG. And you'll see the fond way that Ziggy talks to her.
Favorite person chasing. I was going to be talking about Summer. Let's go ahead and while we have time here before our special guest comes that's supposed to be here tonight in about less than an hour. Aw, forget Skeezy Lizzie's bad dentures. She does look like she has dentures, but you know, I'm not making I wouldn't even attack her. My daughter put my freaking cat in the cat cage. I need to open it, but I don't even want to go on her looks, but because a lot of people, have dentures and they're not blessed with good teeth, unfortunately. But she went there with me first. And I find it quite interesting because you can just tell by her face picture that she's very, very overweight. And her hands are as fat as fuck too. So she has no room to talk. I could tell that she's very big. Birds of a feather flock together. They're all criminals with drug problems, and they're insanely jealous of your success. You did in 2 months what he failed to do in years. Aw, that's so sweet, Lady CG, and a beautiful picture. And I need to open up this cage. I don't know why my daughter thinks this is funny.
So that was before Erica A came on panel. It was quite a few lives before Erica A came up pretending to be a contact of the foster parents for the Wells boys. And then on the 18th of November, that panel happened with Erica A on panel. And then the very next day, on a morning stream called I Need Your Help.
Oh, yeah.
Ziggy is asking for help to move house. And, well, I'll show you what happens. You don't need to hear it because I'm not going to do anything that's going to allow to strike me. Oh, look, early morning stream. I need your assistance. What is the date on that? Oh, the 19th of November, the very next morning after Erica A.
The morning after the live stream of the Erica A coming up on panel, also known as Lady CG, pretending to know things about the Wells boys. Now look what Pearl pulled up here.
There are no comments from Lady CG because, of course, that account was deleted. But there are comments that are addressed to her, one of which is quite significant, given that we know that Lady CG offered to co-sign for the property for Ziggy. Down here, I'm going to highlight it in a moment.
Yeah, New Jersey Robin. She used to go by Lady CG. When we started the channel, the Circle Jerks, it was Lolita.
If you see that comment there, it says, wow, that's cheap. Where do you live? They're discussing property the morning after the Erica A appeared on panel.
Yeah.
Now, Ziggy tried to distance the connection with Alita on that live after we went live, and she said, "Oh yeah, she did. She offered to co-sign, but I didn't move. I didn't think about moving until like the end of December, or maybe it was even January the next year." Oh, is that right? Well, that's unfortunate because. Sorry, I've got a load of stuff back here, and I just need to.
Oh, you're fine. MJ, no, I don't really remember, but oh, what we got there? Let me take that off the screen.
First night in my new home. Can you see the date on that?
I sure can. December 2nd.
The 2nd of December. There were exactly 14 days between Erica A being on the panel, all of the property discussion going on, and Ziggy moving into a new home. 2 weeks. I will put the link in the chat so you can go and watch that live should you want to, so that you can know that I'm not messing around with dates in any way.
Oh, no, they're all still up. She has not taken any of the lives down. Ziggy still has
She's
them
got
all.
away with everything so far. She just thinks she's going to carry on getting away with this. Nobody holds her to account, so why should she be bothered? But the fact remains, the narrative about the abuse and the disgusting way that the Wells boys lived, and even discussions about the eldest one being violent, possibly being blamed for things, all lie at Ziggy's feet. And those are the facts. I'm sorry that people don't want to hear it, but there you are. We wouldn't have wanted to hear it at the time, but I refuse to be blinkered anymore. Every single thing has been just a new fucking learning experience of realising how untrustworthy both Ziggy and Lolita were. No wonder they were such close friends.
It makes sense now. I mean, honestly, looking back, I see why they were so tight and why Ziggy wanted to take her down as much as she wanted to take her down, and why she thought this, not this channel, but the Circle Jerk channel was a channel for her, because Lolita had led her to believe that behind the scenes, and we were none the wiser. Yep, 2 peas in a pod cracking. Things are way more clear now, 6 Up. I know that some people will still be, can't be. The jerks are just jealous and haters, and they're obsessed.
Neither jealous nor obsessed. I'm not.
It's just your easy way out. Take us out of the equation. And look at it. Look it up yourself. Look at it for yourself. Do you think? No, I don't, MJ. Don't think Lolita will ever explain all this unless one day she does come back and she still has her channel, Circle Jerks, and says, yeah, me and Ziggy were in on this, but I'm not too confident about that.
I'm not convinced that I could take any of it as truth anyway. I prefer to look at the facts as I can see them, things that can't be changed, dates, voices, the stories behind it. I don't trust either of them. I just can't anymore.
No, and all sympathy I had at the time for Lolita, that has now gone out the window because of her participation in talking so horribly about minor children. Yeah,
definitely. That sealed the deal. I always thought, like, hey, I'd be open to a conversation with her, if she ever messaged me or whatever, that I would be open to a conversation until I found this out. And nope, stay away from me. Stay far away from me. We are not the same.
Nope.
I don't want to ever hear from her.
I'm good. I don't need a friendship with you. Things happened the way they happened for a damn good reason, and I'm okay with it now. Actually, I have been for a while.
Where do you want to go next? Do you want to talk about the comment that was left on that live from Running Fox?
I sure do.
Okay, this is quite a long comment that was left under our last live, but it's also interesting because it talks about people's feelings about the whole situation around Ziggy and Circle Jerk and the Jerks, and how complicated it is for subs who, at the beginning at least, sort of liked both channels. So I'm going to show it in sections. I'll read it out so that, because I'm not sure people will be able to see it, but I'll put it up there so that it's in this video at a later date so people can come back to it.
Yeah.
I did tell the person that I was going to do this.
You going to read it, Pearl?
Yes, and I was just asking you if you could hear me okay, and then you said...
No, I couldn't hear you.
Pearl. I presume you can hear me now. It's amazing what happens when you unmute the mic. Okay, this is the first section. Running Fox 9750, one day ago. Let me try to explain a random sub's perspective on the Circle Jerk, then Jerks versus Ziggy situation without getting snarky towards either side. I always liked Ziggy, though I'm intelligent enough to have realised things like the CPS report, the bones, and a supposed friend of the Foster family were stunts meant to entertain or to exploit the ignorance or lack of intelligence and discernment of any subs who were ride or die loyal or too simple-minded to catch on to the stunts. And those were things I was highly disappointed in Ziggy about when they occurred. But then Jim died, and following this event, everything fell apart in Ziggy's channel configuration. Soon Circle Jerks came out, and they seemed, to the average sub, either viciously hell-bent on destroying Ziggy's reputation at the hardest time in her life, or they were honest-to-goodness ex-mods and former friends who were fed up and couldn't stay silent any longer. I gave all sides a chance and never stopped liking and supporting Ziggy's channel, yet I came to really enjoy the Circle Jerk channel, especially when their focus was YouTube community topics and not simply going after Ziggy. I'm likely banned on this channel as far as commenting on live streams. I don't know, but I had been blocked during certain episodes over time because I would comment in chats sometimes sticking up for Ziggy or saying things like, her life's ruined, please stop rubbing in the credit card situation. Let me put up the next screen. But I came to really like the ladies who made up Circle Jerk, individually and together as a group. I really enjoyed listening. I just felt conflicted whenever the topic swung around to bashing Ziggy. The one time I felt I may never watch Ziggy again is when she tried to ruin Lolita by saying her name was Mary Beth and she'd been a long-term online scammer who wasn't even a nurse, etc. Ziggy was so hateful on that first, then second stream, bringing out the wife of Lolita's ex and exposing all this supposed info about Lolita. It was hard to believe any of it, and Ziggy was saying this expose was her final episode and she was leaving YouTube. Never exactly saying why she was leaving YouTube, but I suspected she was expecting fallout from the Circle Jerk ladies after going after Lolita so hard. It was all very confusing for a sub who knew nothing about why she was so hateful towards Lolita. I didn't really buy the Lolita expose. It just seemed like another stunt, and I was bewildered. As just a sub, I actually really come to like Lolita best of all the Circle Jerks, and truly didn't believe a word of two full venomous live streams saying Lolita was a fraud. Then boom, another switch up. Circle Jerks became the jerks because Ziggy was telling the truth. Lolita was a fraud after all, and now the jerks would go forward without her.
Mm-hmm.
It was so confusing and heartbreaking for subs who liked everyone in this mess, all the Circle Jerks and Ziggy herself, who obviously never left YouTube for longer than a day or two. But Lolita disappeared off the scene after the jerks came out and said sadly that Ziggy's exposure turned out to be true and Lolita had been a fraud all along. Oh, but none of the jerks ever knew. They adored Lolita as one of their own until the expose forced them to ask some questions she couldn't answer. This was believable because I had really adored Lolita's personality best of all the Circle Jerks.
True.
This has been heartbreaking for the average sub. We're so confused and bewildered all over again every time another link in the chain of exposing something from one side or the other in the Jerks versus Ziggy saga pops up again. It's heart-sickening. I want to throw up all over again. I'm not angry at Tanga or the Jerks for pointing out one of Ziggy's ugliest stunts, including Lolita, in his perpetration. But it still makes me sick this has been realised. I never caught it. I didn't recall the supposed foster family friend's voice by the time Circle Jerk was formulated and came out against Ziggy. This is so sickening because it brings back the heartache of learning that Lolita wasn't only a fraud, but really, really evil. And to think Ziggy went along with all of this. Mm-hmm. Horrible, heartbreaking and sickening. But the jerks are right. What matters here is who's really the victim of this stunt. The Wells family boys and Summer herself and their parents. What a dangerous person Lolita is, or Mary Beth, or whatever her true given name might be. A monster. And for Ziggy to know this whole thing was BS and to put it out, knowing how so many of the lies within this and the fake CPS report are still repeated today all over the Summer Wells community. Mm-hmm. It's just heartbreaking for the average sub. So I ask the jerks to please be patient with subs who are confused and conflicted over and over again each time another piece of the puzzle comes out. Mm-hmm. I personally have been thinking Ziggy's become much more honest lately and that she'd learned her lesson after the credit card fiasco, etc., etc. I now think Ziggy has to be as evil as Lolita, and it takes time to absorb another betrayal. Please be patient with the subs.
I can't disagree.
I can't either.
I can't disagree.
It's a really well-written comment, and at first I was
It really is. Thank you, Renee
I was
Fox.
a little bit like, what? But, to stop and take it from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. I can't disagree with any of it.
The subs don't quite understand, maybe what we've went through with Ziggy, with her doxing us and giving somebody our names and addresses. They may not even understand the fallout with Lolita. Sometimes people are new and maybe they missed all that, or they're not new and it's just a lot to keep up with.
Or the fact that when we do say something, we know it to be true when we say it because we look for receipts and we gather the information. But then have, others in the community tell us that we kept Ziggy from going to Jim's funeral and other BS like that just isn't true. It can't be true. the timing of events makes that impossible.
Yeah.
But you have people telling you that, and so it does push us to like listen, and it gets pretty frustrating for us as well. But I can definitely appreciate what you said about the, from a subscriber's point of view.
Definitely.
See, he lies about what we've done and then says, I don't lie.
Yeah.
The bottom line is somebody needs to keep telling you that they're honest or that they're strong or that they're fair. Any of these things, if somebody is those things, you see it. You don't need to be told.
That is true. But running Fox, I think the name was, I appreciate your perspective, and I will keep that in mind. I will. But please also be patient with us also, because we have actually been through a lot with this person, Ziggy. We didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, you know what? We're just going to go for Ziggy. That's not ever how that went. So if you could be patient with us too. We've actually had to endure a lot from her because, well,
I don't want to rehash the whole thing, but I do
either.
want to go back to one point. I am sick to death of hearing Ziggy lie and say we hadn't seen the nursing license. If we hadn't seen the nursing license, how would we have the number for it to be run and for us to discover it went to a completely different person who worked in cardiac specialist? How would we know that?
How
would we be able to look that up? We saw a license and we took it at face value. I don't know about you, but up until recently, certainly, I was not in the in this sort of process of checking out my friends' backgrounds. I took them at face value. I must admit, I'm far more careful now. But we did. We saw her license. We saw her wearing it. Now we know it was just put together. But we did go and check, and that is somebody else's number and license that is being used, which is one of the reasons why we won't show any details of it.
No,
if we show you a picture with it all scrubbed out, that proves nothing.
Nope.
If we show you a picture where you can visibly see it, then that means that some idiot is going to go and look up this woman and possibly contact her. We've been here before. Somebody named me as a disabled writer in the UK,
Francis,
and I had to contact her. I just felt like an absolute fool. I had to email this woman and say, I'm incredibly sorry to have to tell you this, but somebody has said that I'm you. Put your name in a couple of channels on YouTube because they've got some sort of grudge against me, and I'm warning you in case you get any strange emails. That must have been fantastic for her to open. So there's no way we wanted to do that to some sort of cardiac specialist nurse who had no idea of all this going on. You don't want to do it to people, why would you? But then if you don't show things, people will go, oh, well, we didn't see that, did we? If we hadn't have found out the truth as we did, we wouldn't have acted so quickly. You can choose not to like us. That's not a problem. You can choose to think that some of the things that we do are too sharp, too cruel, possibly shady. Fair enough. What I won't stand for is people saying that we don't act as soon as we find out something, because we do. As soon as we found out there were question marks over the letter because one of us had heard something different, we all spent all day checking. And once we had the evidence, that's it. We dealt straight with her and tried to get her to sort of face up to it all. And then when that didn't happen, we immediately moved to get a new channel. We worked really quickly. I'd defy anybody to move as quickly as we did once we had evidence from somebody that we trusted.
Yep.
This time when Tanga came to us and said, listen to this, guys. Does this sound like Lita doing an accent? And we were like, yep. And the next live, we deal with it. That's all we can promise you, is that when we find out something, we will bring it to you.
As soon as we verify it.
As soon as it's
try to verify it.
Yeah. It's got to be verifiable, and if it is, we'll bring it to you. Sometimes that still won't be enough, and we're learning to accept that look, sometimes people just don't want to see what's in front of them, and that's okay. and you can't force them. And that's going to bring us to our next part of the show. Lip lock no more.
Not everybody is as kind, as balanced, and as thoughtful as Running Fox was with their comment, which started off one way. I mean, I must admit, when I started reading it, I thought, oh, Lord, is this a Ziggy apologist? But actually, it was a really fair and considered comment, and I appreciate it. This thing that we're leading into, the opposite of that. Not at all considered, not at all fair, not at all honest, and not at all factual. So here we are.
Lip Locked No More was a part of our channel when we were Circle Jerks, and she was a part of this channel for a long time, up until a month or two ago. When she left, it was fine. She left quietly. Well, somewhat. She would make her snide comments and chat, other chats, not ours. We never addressed her. We never really felt the need to. It was what it was, moving right along. Until the other day, Lip Lock goes live on her channel. I'll cue it up here in a minute. And I don't know what kind of performance she was putting on, but it was a performance. And when you compare us to someone like Jody Sue Brown, any respect I may have had for you will go out the window. And I had respect for you because you were my elder. But as Miss Bugsy pointed out, that's not your elder. That's just someone older than you. I agree. Any type of respect you may have got from me is now gone, okay? Because you don't have any for us. We haven't said anything about you. We haven't been rude to you. We haven't asked you any questions. You just go on about your way and be weird wherever you want to be weird at, okay? I'm going to cue this up while you ladies want to say anything before I pull it up.
I think that the question that I really got for Lip Locked, given that you never actually give a reason for why you suddenly had to depart ways other than to say that we are continuously negative, which is hilarious given that the other criticism that is made of us is that we're always laughing. Pick one, please.
Please.
I'd like to know, what did we do to you? What did we do to you, Lip Locked?
I'm all ears. But I got a funny feeling you don't really have any answers. And if you come up with any, they'll be made up. Because this performance you put on the other day, yeah.
I'll tell you what we did. We gave her reasons that she shouldn't be in some of these places that she is. And she wanted to be there, guilt-free. So she couldn't support us and hang out and send love to Ziggy the way she is, while Ziggy is spewing the things that she's spewing. I'm sorry. That's
what
what
we
it
just showed in our last broadcast. If she's still over there cheerleading for Ziggy after that, she can miss me with that Summer's Army stuff too.
Yeah, that Summer's Army is really just, that's kind of played out when you're supposed to be such a wise woman, all-knowing. You understand this. You can see things. You will not be tricked. Well, lady, you're being tricked, or you see it very clearly and you just refuse to acknowledge it.
Stop saying you're for Summer. Stop it.
You can stop that now.
Stop saying you're Summer's Army and all of that, and sit over there and support what she did and not tell her to take that crap off her channel. Stop it.
She told
remain
me.
calm. Can I just address this comment on the screen? Remain calm. Yes, we did talk about her behind her back after she had told us that she couldn't believe, that she didn't know who to believe anymore, even though she'd been in here with us all along.
Yeah.
So yes, she moved first, and yes, then we did make comments in a private Discord, and I stand by every comment that was made.
Every comment I made, I stand by. MJ, unfortunately, I have to agree. I think Lip Lock does enjoy the drama while pretending that she's not about the drama. And Lip Locked, if you're in the bushes, wherever you're hiding, if you want to come up later, we can drop you a link. It won't be all of us on you. You can speak to whoever you wish, but I'm going to cue this up.
Yep, I would willingly mute and stay completely quiet if you want to come up here and say what your issue is. But I will say to you that when you step down, I will have my right to reply.
Indeed.
And days and weeks and months and now years. Over 2 of them. Speaking on her behalf on an unmonetized channel.
Quickly, I wanted to let you know she's talking about Summer right here, that she has been talking about Summer for weeks, months, years on an unmonetized channel.
And I have never once received 1 penny in her regard from anyone. So those of you from a channel called The Jerks, the Jody Sue Browns, and the others that fall into that category, get real. When is the last time you guys actually talked about Summer?
I was going to let it play all the way through, but we're not a true crime channel, and we never claimed to be one. And Lip Locked, you knew that?
She knows it. She was here almost
Ironically,
Yeah.
Ironically, though, the answer to that question is the day before we talked about the fake foster parent.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for you, less than 24 hours before you blurted all this out.
And unfortunately for you, again, Lip Lock, as Tanga stated, you knew this when we were the Circle Jerks and when we went off to become the Jerks, that we were not a true crime channel. We're not dragging children's name into what we're talking about. And you knew
that's
this.
why when we did 2 true crime episodes, we did them on a completely separate channel that was specifically true crime. We covered Michael Monkey Vaughan. We did quite an in-depth set of videos about that, which I'm still pretty proud of. And we then did a discussion about the Summer Wells community and whether that case was moving at all or whether it had become cold. And they were specifically on a separate true crime channel. We're not true crime. We discuss this sector.
And you can't make us be true crime.
Rather than the hullabaloo of all
Lady, you need to save that look for Ziggy and her fake foster friend.
Also, that does nothing for me, Lip Locked, that staring at the camera like that. I understand it may do something for your chat, the people that believe so strongly that, you know, at this act that you're putting on. It does nothing for me, and I feel nothing. I don't feel bad. I won't feel bad later either, okay?
I'm sorry, but all I think of when you look into the camera like that, I don't know whether it's an expression in the US, but in the UK, the term Manson lamps, meaning that somebody has crazy eyes, and I'm afraid that's the term that comes to mind.
It does. And I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to move an emotion in you. It's not working and it comes off phony.
the things I want to say that I won't. Y'all know me.
Say it, Lip Locked. I want you to say it. I want you to give us chapter and verse. Every little detail. I want you to truly say how you feel.
I
do. I
do.
want you to say it to the world.
Get in the gutter. There's a lot of things that you have to say, but you won't. Why didn't you right then and there? You were on the topic. Finish. Say what you mean. Don't hold your breath now. Go ahead and get
You
it off.
don't really. have a criticism of us that is valid. Therefore, you're trying to hide the fact that you have no valid criticism under this performance of disgust. It's
Yeah.
so bad that you don't want to talk about it. If you were really concerned about Summer Wells and her brothers, you might have something to say about this whole foster family debacle.
I got a feeling you won't.
There are things I want to say that I won't. Y'all know me. Right now, I would like to go on a cussing tirade. I'd like to tell every one of these low-life dingleberries a lot of things about themselves.
Oh, please do.
But why would I
Low-life
waste my breath and their
dingleberry.
time?
I'm sorry I spoke over that last bit. Can you play it again, please?
Things about themselves. But why would I waste my breath and their time?
Well, lip locked, you have our time now. You understand? You have our time now. Yes, Shelby Ray, call them out. Call us out, lip locked. I'm waiting. I promise you. And I will be there. Okay?
Yes. I don't want to be low class, as to mention everything we did for you. I want you to tell me what I did to you.
Yeah. What did we do to you? Because for you, that's easy. What did we do to you? You're going to have to make up something, aren't you?
What if I'm Stacey Slay?
Honestly, the year that
I
we've
feel
had,
like
What if I'm
laughing so hard at that. I mean, come on.
Yeah. What was that?
Fustos? I'm not.
Do you
What
think
if I
the
was?
fuckery is
You see?
funny in Summer Wells' case, though? Do you think that's funny, Lip Locked? Do you think this nonsense into Summer Wells' case is funny? You think it's okay? I can't.
well, given that she's criticising us and doesn't have a word of criticism for Ziggy, I can only assume the answer to that is yes. She's here for all the play acting.
She really is. Lip lock. Performance, theater, was that your major? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was. You put on an act, but it's not as good as you think it is. It's a little too obvious for everybody.
You people, you're just not you babies. People in the world that will do anything in the world to get attention.
The irony is rich.
Wasn't lost on me, Pearl. There are people in the world that will do anything to get attention. Yeah.
And you mod for nearly all of them. Congratulations.
You could probably, what's that theater around here? Lamplight Theater. Yeah. There's a theater around here called that. They love these type of actors.
Get a reaction. Well, you got your reaction. I Plant Diva to this point. Because now I'll be a stalker. A thorn in my...
So now she said she'll be a stalker.
She just broke out in a song. Are you kidding me?
The thorn in my side. Girl, you're a lie. Just tell the truth.
Perfectly normal, guys. That's perfectly normal.
Your pause game is strong.
I want to hear this song.
It's thorn in my side.
I'm done with you, TJ. Stop.
TJ's trying to get us to play it.
The thing is, if we do, we'll get done for copyright.
Yeah.
Because although she performs it like it's an extra track from Hello Dolly, it is actually a discernible tune.
Jimmy Buckley said, I don't like it when she sings. Stop.
A lot of people don't. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I used to like her songs.
Now, wait a minute.
I don't mind if it's just
I
Broadway.
can't say that I have.
Right. Some
Even when I liked her, I mean, I was nice and said, bravo, bravo, that was great. But I was lying. But I was nice.
TJ said I was lying. I was trying to be nice.
Yep,
But
I
Lip
think
Lock,
that's me
hun,
too.
I think your singing days are over. You was
Again,
probably really good about 40 years ago.
it's just the theatrics of it all. And I've got to say,
That was mean, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, it was honest. I prefer you to be honest than do all that extra hot shit that nobody asked for, Lip Lock. Lip Lock. Yeah, it probably does. Again, I'll ask, what did we do to you? Nothing.
And if you're listening, or somebody's listening who's in contact with Lip Lock, and you want to come and have the right of reply, we'll drop you a link. It's not a problem. Like I said, I'll happily mute while you say whatever you want to say. You don't have to be shouted at. That's not the way it's going to work. But I will have my right to reply at the end.
Yep. No, it will not be 6-on-1. Not cool. But if you want a link, there's one in particular you want to speak to, we can all mute or drop down. I am game.
I just don't understand the hardcore animosity. We were always kind to her.
She said we were too much drama, I believe, if I remember that right.
Oh.
Why she left.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Thank you for joining membership, Iris.
Thank you, Iris.
So much
drama. Huh?
Yeah, so much drama. If I remember right.
You know, that's interesting.
Don't forget to play Iris a...
we will.
We've got a bunch stacked up that I need to do, but I'll wait till we have a proper moment.
You know, I just find it interesting that was something she said, that we were too much drama, considering where she frequents, considering that we used to only go live 2-3 times a week, considering that we don't have open panels, arguments, fights, you know, the whole, might as well call it the beef sector. We've never had any of that, but it was too much drama. Lip Locked, I need you to do better. I need you to come up with something substantial, something that sticks.
Right, Earth. I don't hear dingleberries too often.
I used to call my brother a dingleberry head.
Right, New Jersey Robin. We've never claimed to be true crime. Thank you, Robin. They did a great job on that video. Yeah. MJ, that's a good question. You know, when she did leave, we were quiet about it. You know, we spoke amongst ourselves about it. So
yeah, we didn't understand it. I couldn't understand. She'd go to all these big drama channels and
I saw her earlier today in one that there was like 5 people, 6, 7 people up on the panel fighting. She was fine in that chat. This doesn't bother you. Stop it.
It is that we weren't enough drama for her.
I think that may be it. Or, you know, she had some people she needed to show off for. I don't know. I can't answer. To me, it seems a bit obvious. And if you have all these, you know, feelings towards us when we've never done anything to you, I imagine you'll have a lot of these feelings towards Ziggy. No? Am I wrong? Yeah, I'm wrong.
Ziggy's her adopted granddaughter.
That's weird. Ain't nobody's adopted anything on here.
No.
Nobody's your brother. Nobody's your sister. Knock that weird shit off.
Your eyes don't look like, your dog's eyes don't look like Summer's. Stop it. Just stop it.
I'm never going to get over that. Mostly
I
because,
don't
like I
either.
said, the dog's eyes don't match. So
No.
when you say she's got the same eyes as Summer, the dog hasn't got the same eyes as each other.
Mm.
Now, the walrus ass is a true statement, though.
Man. Crusty ass walrus.
Are you guys ready for me to move through some of these super chats and
Yeah,
members?
let's get
Yeah,
to it.
great time
Definitely.
for that.
Can I spank the piggy at some stage for one of these super chats?
Yes.
please?
Of course.
Please
Oh,
do.
Oh, what?
We had a member milestone from Haven for 6 months. Thank you. 7 months for Earth. 7 months for 6 Up. And our new member, Iris here. Let me
TJ.
Did
I
TJ
did.
sneak in there?
Oh, that's just too much drama, Pearl.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
The jerks, the jerks, the merry little jerks, were jerks, the jerks, the merry little jerks, were jerks, the jerks, the jerks, the merry little jerks, were jerks.
Can you please play mine, please, for me?
I will. We have TJ at 7 months.
Thank
And
you.
Daphne, it says member for 5 months, but she says 6 months and counting. So she must have had another month in there. I'm going to do TJ's now, and then I'm going to do those super chats. I got something in mind for the super chats. This is
Me
TJ's
singing.
favorite.
Maybe we can buy some dick with it.
Hey, it's been a while since we played TJ's Garage as well.
We have a super chat from True Crime with Eve. Love the jerks. Hit the video thumbs up, like, and the super chat thumbs up, like too, because it's a new hip thing to do. Thank you, True Crime with Eve. And stars. If you're going to lie, at least do a better job, right? And so I've got a one in mind for you. Let me get to it real quick.
And then we'll talk about, well, where has the pigeon been? Yes.
Bird
Anybody
flu?
checking? Anybody out now?
I didn't see any of you guys crying like I am at all. You guys weren't upset. Is that why you put him on Do Not Resuscitate? Because you want him gone so you can get shit as fast as possible? Is that what's going on? What the hell?
Well, I'm just a nice person.
Lip lock, get you, girl.
Go get him,
Never
Lip
know,
Lock.
full U-Haul.
Pigeon flew to coop.
It's mating season for pigeons.
Oh, hell. Is it?
It definitely is, because there is a
Say
batch
no.
of them on the
Say
fence of my garden that won't stop. It's like a 24/7 pigeon knocking shop out there. And every time they start off, it was bad enough before. But now when they do it, I keep thinking of Perp, and I don't need that image in my mind. Thank you very much.
So that's where she's been. She's got her sex socks on.
She's got her sex socks on.
Well, if it
Probably
isn't
with a
that,
gray
then
robe
she was
too.
cut down by a particularly sharp receipt.
That's exactly what it is. I think
That's
Dree said that too. The heat got too hot. Perp and company are joined in Discord coming up with the next project. I just hope to God it ain't another so-and-so scammed me on PayPal or tried to take money out of my bank account. You've got to do better than that. You just have to. Right? Stars. If I was making those type of false allegations, I'd hide. Yes, Turtle Dove. She does have a pattern of doing this, and then she'll disappear for a couple of days. Thank you. The sudden sickness comes on, and they got to hide.
I just want to do a quick shout out to Fancy Glam in the chat. It is good to see you online. I really hope that you're doing well. I know that you've been going through things, and I wish you all the very best.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Is she the one? Is it Fancy Glam or Shine? I get them confused. Not on purpose.
Fancy is Shining Sister.
Okay.
I get them mixed up too.
Shining did a good live though on adoption though.
On fostering, yes.
Fostering.
Yeah. She gave good insight into what actually happens, and what they can actually speak about and what they can't. It was very informative, from that perspective. She has a lot of experience with it.
Yeah,
Well, we went up onto Granny's Watching's channel the next day after the whole Ziggy, Lolita, Erica A thing. I did actually say to them,
yeah, you did. You told them
with Coffee Time with Shining Survivors, that she'd done an excellent live on actually the limitations of what foster parents are coping with, both looking after the child and also quite often having to be aware of different court things that are going on and why they would never speak out to anyone.
Right.
And she really put it across very well.
So if anybody is interested in that, on a parent who's actually fostered children and how you would behave in that situation and how you wouldn't behave online, she really broke it down.
Yeah, if we could get a mod to drop a link for that that live that she did, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that actually, I really hope that Perp wasn't holding a canvas for Heidi, and there was an unfortunate Slashimoto incident. I hope she's safe out there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think we're going to get anyone coming up to tell us what we've done. Just a hunch I've got there, guys.
I feel the same way. But lip blocked, you won't be blocked in the chat. You won't be blocked in the replay. If you do a live, I'll come over. If you want to drop a link for me, I'll come up. If you actually have anything substantial to say to me or any of us, it's worth a damn. Oh, sorry. I'm being noisy.
What are you doing back there? It's all that background noise. What's going on?
I was getting my coffee ready for in the morning. When they mentioned coffee talk, I was like, damn, I ain't got my coffee ready for tomorrow.
And she always talks about me dragging bodies.
Right? Finally, we got her making noise.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
No.
Can y'all hear me?
Let's play that. Let's play it.
Y'all hear me? Can 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 y'all hear me? I need to be heard. Can y'all hear me? And let me be clear. I know you do not say heard. I was making fun of people that, well, not making fun of. No, I was saying you don't correct people around these parts that say heard. You just grin and bear it. Oh, and Blue, if you come back, sorry I yelled at you, sorta. I'm a little triggered. Oh, God, I hate that word, and here I am using it by people named after colors that lack a little comprehension.
We,
Okay, the thing
Blue, we
is,
had a talk with her, and
oh, you did
before the live stream, and told her that she needs to keep
No, you
herself in check, and she agreed. So
No,
you come on back, Blue.
yeah, come on
to
back,
chat.
Blue. I was showing the girls that part, and I was like, so supposedly I scream all the time. And Eliza said, no, you don't, or I wouldn't have been so startled when you screamed that time.
Scared the bejeebies out of me. I'm glad I was muted. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I come to mile.
That is the first time I ever heard that tone out of Soup.
Somebody came up under our comments after that live. Why does Soup yell all the time? Girl, knock it off. I swear. This sector sometimes, oh God, you raise your tone just a few notches and they're clutching their pearls and crying. It beats all I've ever seen.
Hey, would you yell at Chris?
Oh, all the time now, Chris.
Just yell at her something. I don't know what.
I'm sure she needs it.
Yeah, just yell at her real good.
It's usually me.
Chris.
Yeah. Where is Chris? Has she been in here? Yeah,
She's right here. She's right here. Wishing
an
early birthday to Pearl and Metal Clips.
They're very close. Their birthdays are coming right up.
Yes, Chris and I, at the UK and the US level, have birthdays next to each other. I'm usually the person shouting at Chris in the Discord. In a very loving way, I'll say, Chris, don't make me. You know I don't want to. But if you do,
let's in honor of Chris's recent birthday, let's do this.
Do you have an annoying car? Do you have an annoying teen? Is your annoying teen eating up the dollars you need to replace your annoying car? Does it feel like you'll never get that dream car that you promised yourself when you grew up? Are you looking for a solution? Willing to try a new idea? Well, Chris's Cars for Kids could have just the answer you're looking for. Come on down to your local Chris's Cars for Kids dealership and see what's on offer. Don't forget to bring your old car. And most importantly, that spare teenager that's been cluttering up your kitchen. Here's how it works. You bring your kid in, sign some quick paperwork, and pick out your car.
Children are not refundable. Terms and conditions apply.
And that's that. You just drive away.
Beep beep, motherfuckers.
Beep beep, motherfuckers. We
I'll
love
take
you.
a moment to recognise another birthday, which would have been Cracking Ass's sister. We're well aware in the Discord how close she was to her sister, and she quite often shares a couple of lovely photographs of her. Thinking of you, Cracking, I know that you loved her to bits, and today will have been a tough day for you.
We love you, Kraken. And we dropped the link if anybody would like to come up and just shoot the shit with us. Kind of just, we started out a little heavy, and then we thought we'd end light.
Or if you want to tell us about ourselves.
That's exactly what I was fixing to say.
Yeah,
come on up here and tell us about it.
Be careful how you tell Soup about herself, though, in case you didn't hear her yell last live.
Yeah, we'll need an overlay as well. Possibly the Ziggy one, if anybody comes up.
And Perp's words. What else you got? Anybody want to
Right.
come tell me about myself? What else you guys said?
Come on, I know you guys aren't that shy.
Oh. We haven't, Turtle Dove, not a members yet, because my God, you can't have a damn Discord without some fool like the way. But honestly, you have to look at Discord as it is public. Well, which is why everything I said in there I stood by, because
Right. I didn't feel bad for us, honestly, us meaning us jerks. I felt bad for our member and subscribers who, were picked on just because they were subscribers of ours when they went in and put that out there like that. And so that's kind of like made us not really that interested in.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, you have to keep repeating to people. And it's hard because you do get comfortable with the ones that are in there a lot. But you have to keep reminding yourself and everybody, there's always going to be some weirdo coming by trying to kiss some other YouTuber's ass to bring them screenshots of your Discord. It's like some type of turf wars. Infiltrate the Discord, screenshot it, record it, and send it to who's ever asked you're kissing.
Thank you, Cindy.
Hey, Mama.
Cindy.
Which one do we want to hear? Is this what? I guess we could play TJ's, because now TJ, you have me wondering if you meant the one I played or if you meant TJ's.
No, the one you played. I like that one.
Okay.
TJ loves that one.
I like to hear Eliza laughing in that one.
Eliza's laugh was so funny.
It was such a spontaneous moment.
Yeah. It's hard to get her to laugh that hard.
So now I'm trying to decide which one to play. Oh, I'm going to play my other favorite one.
Go have another drink. Well, how rich is that? How fucking rich is that? Tangeray can't even show her picture, her mugshot. She has to use a Barbie doll. Go fuck yourself, Tangeray. Not even your real fucking name to start with.
That doesn't get old. Every time I hear it, I'm like, duh. No, it's not a real picture. I want to punch that bitch in the face.
Well, she calls it a mugshot. She calls it a mugshot instead of an avatar.
This is your mugshot. Oh, God.
Oh, dear. It seriously makes me laugh every time. And then that Barbie face popping up.
I know.
I love stank face Barbie. She gives me joy in my heart.
Not mine.
I love that Eliza made me this fancy avatar and used stank face Barbie for it. It made me so happy.
Is that who that is, Stank Face Barbie?
You've not seen it?
Yeah.
Can
Let
you
me
blow
put it
that
on
up?
solo.
Or maybe, put it on solo.
Have you seen Tits's Barbie picture in the Discord?
No.
Oh, yeah, I made Tits one, and it's a Tits McGee Barbie.
Yep, sure is.
Oh, has Susan been MIA? I never frequented Susan's. As much as she likes to believe we did. And so I don't know.
Yeah.
So what else has been going on out here in this sector? Has it been...
I'm just going to be
There's
muted
fighting
for a
going
second
on.
because I'm
There's so
pouring
much-
tea and I don't want anybody to say I'm in the bathroom. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there
There's so
seems
much
to be a
fighting
lot of
going
fighting.
on.
Oh, sorry. There
Go ahead,
seems to be
TJ.
a lot of fighting going on over there on the Bees channel.
I watched it. Yeah, I watched some of that today. Joneson went up there, and good Lord, that damn Voices. Knock that thing off the panel so people can talk.
That damn Voices.
God almighty. She's one of those that interjects herself, and it literally has nothing to do with her, but there she is. You may have heard of me. They call me Voices. God almighty. Fuck
Yeah,
a bee. Willow says, yeah, I agree. Fuck a bee. I ain't got nothing for her. I said what I said.
Yeah. We don't even call her the bee. We
No, I
her
call her
the fly.
the fly. You get no respect from me, bee.
She's a poop fly.
But there will be a time for that. You'll understand real clear. Trust. But yeah, Joneson kept going up. She kept dropping down. I guess she was having signal issues. I don't know how that will end. I don't know if it's still Queen Bella would know. Are they still live over there? Turtle Dove's been a member for 5 months.
Thank you, Turtle Dove.
I'm looking. Let me get you one.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
Thank you.
Miss Cindy, 7 months. Are they really, Willow? 9 hours? What does the bee do? How do you sit there for 9 hours? I don't know.
Here we go for Cindy.
The jerks, the merry little jerks, were jerks. The jerks, the merry little jerks, were jerks. The jerks, the merry little jerks, were jerks.
Dang, TJ, you were at the very bottom. You keep falling down.
I know. I don't know what happened. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, they're still alive, Queen Bella. Did Joneson drop down? That's right, Soup. Soup Earth. I said what I said, meaning no takebacks.
And how about Deets? How does she have so much energy? Have you seen the length
She's
of
on
the
the baby.
she's doing?
She's on that grandbaby sleep schedule, I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
I like Deets' live.
She drinks a lot of Mr. Pibb, and now I'm like considering it.
What the hell is that? Mr. What?
Pibb.
Mr. Pibb.
Kind of like a
What the hell is that?
You hear everybody talking about Dr. Pepper. It's kind of similar.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's similar to Doc. It's like, you know how there's Coke and there's Pepsi? Well, then there's Dr.
I did hear somebody say, "Are you slurping on Mr. Pibbs?" And I didn't know whether it was a joke about her neighbour.
Oh my goodness.
That's just Pearl coming back saying, Mr. Pibb, what the hell is that? I haven't heard it in a while either, but yeah, it's a thing. You did an 8-hour by accident. I do a lot of man-made chem. Oh God, Willow. What? Or did you forget to shut your live down? I've seen people do that before. This one lady does it. She runs a chainsaw when she talks.
There's that other lady that goes live in the morning and talks about smuggling stuff into prison because she falls asleep.
You're not the only one that knows how to smuggle drugs in the prison system.
I like Willow. Willow's so funny.
He is funny.
He
He's
makes
the guy.
me laugh.
As we're mentioning debunking with dates, can we run dates again? Because it also is something else that the bee can complain about with regards to me. I don't take it back. I'm not sorry.
Wednesday, I think.
Hey,
Where'd it go?
Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday, was National Debunking Day. National Debunking Day. And we didn't go live and debunk crap. That would have been so great. I have something that needs debunking. Is it true that the Glare has decided to copy Queen Bee by having his sidekick? I should have known better than to. I should have pre-read. I did not blend that eyeshadow well. I should have pre-read Pearl's comments always. Always. I know, it's Pearl. It's like, why did I not pre-read this? Yeah, she totally did. She totally got me. Pearl, you're losing your street cred around here. No one's going to trust you anymore. No one.
She did flip you off. talking about that eyeshadow wasn't blended.
She was real slick with that.
Yeah. Sweet little
She's a great sport.
Metal Clips gifted a One Jerk membership.
I'll be right back, guys.
Thank you, Metal Clips.
Amanda got one.
Oh, yay, Amanda.
You've never heard of Deets on the Streets, Iris? You would actually, I'm not just saying this because I like her. You would like Deets on the motherfucking streets, yeah. Because she'll do some true crime.
Right now she's going through the Sebastian interviews. Well, she just finished them. It took her like 2 days of going through in chronological order the interviews with Sebastian's mom, dad, and stepdad. It's been very interesting because you hear a lot of things, and I think you hear a lot of stuff over again, repeated as she goes through the interviews. But you hear some new stuff too. It's been really interesting.
And she's a real chill channel holder, content creator. She allows different perspectives and opinions. You will not get blocked unless you're just outright nuts. She doesn't do all that blocking shit either. That's why her channel grows.
Yes, there's been a couple of occasions where she's had old crime sleuthing up there.
Yeah.
And it's all gone a bit wild. I've quite enjoyed just sort of trolling comically the chat. Usually with a couple of other people, Earth is quite good for some trolling behaviour. Claire has always got some good lines. I can't remember the other person, but yes, we've had some fun in there. Because otherwise you would lose your mind at the fact that this one person can dominate a panel, 7 other people on, and she's talking over all of them.
But believe she's being interrupted. Her name is Crime Sleuthin. Bangs. Some people call her Bangs. Some people call her Crime Sleuthin. She really believes that she's being interrupted when she's interrupting the whole panel. That
was bananas for like a week or two that she was panel hopping all over the place doing that, and then acting like she was some sort of victim when she was victimizing everybody that had to hear her.
Striking channels that she went on.
Yeah.
Yes. Striking channels that she went on and said, please put this up for me. And then she strikes them for using her stuff. I mean, that is a whole new level of petty.
Yeah.
Willow, yes, I did hear you say that, and I was very touched. Thank you. And also somebody asked me if I wanted to go up, and if it hadn't have been the early hours of the morning over here, I would have come up and had a chat with you. But we've got a small house because we paid it off so we could pay our kids through university, and I can't move around very well because obviously my mobility issues. So I'm in one place, and it makes it very difficult in the middle of the night when other people with other concerns want to sleep. It's so inconvenient.
Yeah,
well, we got busted.
Pearl didn't know what Mr. Pibb was, so we had to explain it.
I am so relieved to discover that Mr. Pibb is a drink and not your neighbour. I was really concerned where you were getting all the energy from. All these hours that you were on live, looking after a grandbaby, your lovely husband, and Mr. Pibb on the side. I mean, there's only so much a woman can do.
Pearl seemed so disturbed by what a Mr. Pibb was. It's funny. I told him that you're on the grandbaby's sleep schedule now. That's all it is. Hey, Tia. Good to see you. TJ, have you went and watched Tia yet?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was going to say, by this time, you better have been catching up.
I stay caught up on Miss Tia's videos.
There was a moment when I thought Miss Tia might actually be TJ. And that was the bit where I was nearly arrested because somebody cut into line at Starbucks. And I thought, yeah, if somebody cut TJ up in the approach to coffee, there could possibly be an incident. Maybe TJ is Miss Tia.
It could be. I thought about
that.
I'm
not going to say that never happened.
How could I forget? And of course, as well as all this different work that Deets is doing, she's also having to cover her tracks from being the most famous fake fed in this sector.
I'm so sick of that fake Fed shit.
Oh, I'm so sick of it. I mean, but it was an absolute farce, and no one's ever going to get to the bottom of it now. It's just regurgitated stuff for Tiffany to go live over and to dig at people. I don't believe there'll ever be a solution to it. I mean, I would love to. I would love to see it just so that it could be put to bed once and for all, but I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, on the positive side, having constantly mocked Deets, I'm sorry, darling, I do love you. I'm so grateful that you've put all those interviews together, because even the people who couldn't last through the lives, it's all in one place. You can go back and watch it in your own time and know all the interviews are there. You don't have to go searching around. You can just follow through chronologically exactly how it went down. It's a real fantastic archive to have, because there's part of me that fears that this is the new Summer Wells, and that Mr. Proudfoot and his wife are going to be the new Don and Candace. Don't get me wrong, he's an easy person to dislike, but then I find that with a lot of men, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's not against him. It's just a certain manner that quite a few men have that just rubs me up the wrong way.
Yeah,
And I've
well,
had to rub the right way. So yes, he does irritate me.
he does me too. But again, I mean, we can't just go off that. Like Pearl said, I could see this becoming the next Dawn and Candace.
And of course, the behaviour of quite a lot of this sector never fails to disappoint.
Oh my God!
Right?
Well,
Did you see?
Betty, she's going to
Did
go
you guys
straight
see?
down the search.
Did y'all? Yeah. Did you see that about her talking
No.
about the Cajun Army and how they're a scam and a sham and her rant?
Oh, I could just hear her now in that lovely voice squalling. You know,
Yep.
you know, guys. Oh God Almighty!
And the way her voice gets higher and shriller, the more angry she gets, till eventually the only people can hear her are dogs. And has a migraine.
Oh no! Why would they say that when I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
No, Duchess, but you could see how this could turn into that with the going on.
They're already with the speculation is running
Yeah.
wild already.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Some of them I
It's
won't
so
even read.
bad, and some of it's like super crazy. That's I think what we're talking about as far as being similar to Dawn and Candace or to Summer Wells' case is, and I think it was helpful what Dietz did, putting all those interviews of here's what the parents have said. This is what they've said. If you've heard other stuff from somewhere else, like, where are you hearing it from? Be careful where you get your info.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Miss Haven, there's the link, baby.
Come on, Haven.
Okay, because I've been specifically asked, I do have a wish list, and no, I'm not sharing it. It's purely for people that I know personally. But if you wanted to send me a small Amazon gift card, because I don't have Venmo or Cash App, and I'm not giving anybody my PayPal, I leave my email here. But please, nobody has to do anything. I'm just doing this because I was asked, okay? That's UK or US. Amazon, I don't mind. I can use both. But please don't feel obliged to do anything. But this is my email should you want to.
Oh, Haven, I read that so quick. Okay, I see. You wanted Pearl's wish list. I'm so sorry, Haven. Pearl,
Haven can have it because it's in the Discord, darling. It's in the section called wish lists.
No, she
but
wanted
I really don't want it out anywhere else. I do appreciate people's offers. I really do, and I don't mean to sound mean. I just really want to be careful about things. There's so much bullshit goes on in this sector that I wasn't even going to make one. I had to be pushed to make one. So But I have to say, I have a little pile of parcels here, and I'm very excited about Sunday.
Yay.
Open mine first. Open mine first.
How
Open
will I know
soup
which one's
first, for
yours when they're
heaven's
all
sake.
sealed in boxes?
I know which one's mine. I don't know how she's waiting to open up, as she calls them, all these parcels. To me, here in Tennessee, these boxes with gifts in them. But I don't know. She's waiting.
I have to tell Pearl something. Pearl,
Okay.
I ordered yours, and I even ordered it with my what do you call it, Prime, and it won't get there till April 13th.
Oh, it might surprise us. It might turn up early, but even better, if it's a bit later, then I get to celebrate all over again. I know that there's still a thing coming, so that's lovely.
Well,
I
it's
don't mind.
from.
I just have a thing about not opening them before, but afterwards is fantastic.
Okay. Well, it's from your best little girl, so
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
so that's who that's from.
Haven, no, baby. You didn't say nothing about. I thought you said, could you have a link? I think my speed reading's great. Clearly, it's not.
I think that you're doing fantastic when I consider how ill you were with COVID and the long-term effects that it can have.
Oh my
There
goodness.
was me on the last live, puffing away like Darth Vader until Eliza put in the back chat, somebody's breathing heavily. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's me.
Like Darth Vader.
It was like, it was worse than Darth Vader. It was like Darth Vader watching a Darth Vader porno.
Did you have any of that brain fog? That's the worst. No one can tell me any different.
I didn't seem to particularly have that, but I am so grateful that tea tastes fine now.
Oh, bless your heart.
Because that was just like heartbreak.
Oh yeah, for you. That was like me with coffee. It tasted so weird and it was devastating. Ever since I had it back in November, we're almost into April and my brain is still not top. I forget words that are very simple words. It's frustrating.
My son is just coming out of having that thing that they're calling over here the 100-day cough, to the extent that when you go to book an appointment to see the doctor, it will say, if you've had a long and persistent cough. Because so many people are coming in with it, and there's not really anything they can do because it's viral unless it turns into some sort of infection. But that's been terrible. He's been coughing like a Victorian orphan, and he doesn't smoke or do anything, and he's very fit. So I dread to think how he would be if he was actually an older person, you know, who likes pie and 20 cigarettes on the regular. But yes, it's a very persistent cough.
And you know you can't sleep, especially, I don't know what it is about men. Y'all are so dramatic. First of all, you're dramatic because you're sick. And anything you all do once you're sick, whether it's coughing or sneezing, y'all just do the most. I swear.
Yep.
It's true.
We can't sleep. If my husband has a cough, or when my son was younger and he was living here, all that coughing used to piss me off. And I knew he was sick, but do you got to cough that loud? Are you doing that on purpose to get my attention?
I swear to goodness, it wouldn't surprise me to see one of them come into the kitchen with their nose in a sling. No, you have a cold. It's not nose cancer.
Well, I told you about the story when my husband had COVID, and he was very, very ill. But this ain't no excuse for this. He's of course quarantined in another room, and he texts me at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and he said, "Hey, if you're not too busy, would you bring me a cup of coffee?" And it startled me that my phone went off. So, I read that, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Busy at 5 o'clock in the morning?
If you're not too busy.
If I'm not too busy. And I'm thinking, what does he think I'm in here doing? Painting, or...
I'm mowing the yard.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I get done mowing the yard, I'll bring it to you. But I never let him live that down. He used the excuse that he was up all night and he didn't know what time it was.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They are super dramatic. My husband is one of the toughest, strongest men I've ever known. Like, he is what a man should be in my eyes. But my God, y'all, when he is sick, it is like, what happened to you? Who are you? And somebody said they had the brain fog and it lasted for 3 years. If that's true, I'm shutting my other channel down because my commentary will suck. God, 3 years? Yeah, it's true. They really are deets. And I mean, God love them, but they are.
I also heard a rumor that it's the same with women from Wisconsin, but I would hate to sort of judge a whole area on the strange behavior of one woman. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, God. Yeah, Heidi, that was for you, girl. I'm very ill.
I wonder how Heidi's making it without her, her sidekick.
As long as she's talking to her, I'm sure she's fine. Slashing up. The little Irish girl said, I'm from Milwaukee. I bet you're nothing like this other lady.
Can you do a Heidi impression for the new people?
Aren't you happy, Vintage? You got your Wii. Oh, God. Heidi was on Bangs today? Are you serious, Kraken?
Oh, my God.
Why? Did she slash something? Why? God, of course she hangs with Bangs.
Oh, can you imagine them going back and forth about who was getting bashed the most?
Oh, no one will beat Heidi. Okay, she's a perpetual one-upper, this lady.
I don't know, like...
Well, Bangs is pretty bad.
What's her name? She did one, like, a whole entire live dedicated to how horribly she has been mistreated.
No.
A whole live.
Are you serious? She copied Bangs' hair.
I'm
You know what?
serious.
She did that with another woman who had fake teeth. She went and bought fake teeth to match that lady. Are you serious? No, I believe it. She's got bangs now, I bet. Bangs versus Slasher. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Yeah, she went. It was a lady named Beulah. She has this whole shtick where she's...
Uses, like, hillbilly teeth.
Yeah. So Heidi goes and buys fake teeth just like her. Yeah, she...
Not just one set, though.
Several. Oh, calling her Bangs is bullying. I would drag her. Okay. Seriously. Bangs is bullying you? Yeah.
After some of the things that I've heard her say about other people, even if they are currently people of interest in an alleged crime, nevertheless, the comments and the body shaming, even if the person that you're talking about doesn't have a huge amount of self-respect, you should have some.
Yeah. Yes, all up in the mix. Slashimoto and Shabusiness is from the same place, and my God.
Slashimoto claimed to know Shabusiness. Had her in her house.
3 or 4 different ways. Her son dated her. No, her son was just a friend. No, they just went to the same school. She knew the judge or something. I don't know. It was weird.
Didn't she say something like the judge was her divorce attorney or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, ladies.
Hashimoto and Shabusiness sounds like the worst law firm ever.
It does. It sounds like a law firm. Slashy and Shabusiness. Oh, Lord.
Or a magic act.
Yeah, Heidi knows everybody. Mm-hmm. And everybody's bashing her. They were very mean to me. I can't. Just get off the internet. You say boo to Heidi and you were bashing and being mean to her. She bangs. What? Do y'all remember the train story from Ziggy's? The ladies whose daughter was on 110 from the train? No. Do y'all remember that?
Eden
No,
Paranormal.
but now I'm dying to know.
I don't know either. Paranormal stuff. The Dirty
Tanga.
Kids.
Tell us that again, Tanga.
The Eden Paranormal was the Dirty Kids up on the hill.
Eden's Paranormal. That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I remember that at least.
At least. You remember that part?
Yeah, Gabble, the Dirty Kids. I do remember that story somewhat.
Wow. And Ziggy's had some characters up on her panels. Yeah, Robin. Robin, I've been seeing you around, girl. Where I'm in the bushes, Robin's typing. Queen of Kings, what is she doing for money these days? Probably the same, you know. The bumming her subscribers. Yeah, that one.
That is a totally different meaning in the UK.
What? What is, Pearl? Your cam's on, Robin.
Bumming in the UK is the act of carnal knowledge involving the anus.
Are you serious?
Oh,
No,
boy, what I walk into.
So when you said bumming of subscribers for money.
Well, those
oh goodness.
stellar
Did I
ratings
drop
have
back
gone
down
up.
the exit?
No, Robin, you came up at the perfect time.
Right into the anus. Okay. How appropriate.
Hey, Robin.
Happy birthday early, Pearl.
Thank you, darling. It's lovely to hear you. I did hear you up on a couple of panels this week, and I was thinking, I hope your throat is okay, because you sound really as if you're recovering from something.
Yeah, I have to quit smoking. I smoke too much.
Hey,
but
Robin.
I also have a cold.
I love Robin. She's just honest. Yeah, I got to quit smoking. I smoke too much. I love her.
Well, it's the truth. It's fact. When you get a certain age, like, what's the sense? You just better just say it like it is. But I wanted to also say happy birthday, Chris, Metal Clips, Kraken Aston. I love you very much.
Mm-hmm.
We've been around hanging out for so long together. I know how things are difficult for you. I love you, sweetie. You always make everybody laugh. I hope we can make you laugh when you need it to. But I want to thank you for all you've been doing with the whole Ziggy thing and all, because it's for Summer Wells. It's for the family.
Yeah.
What was done there was just terrible. If you think about it, when I went back, because a lot of us were subscribers, starting to watch this from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to the beginning after you did yours. I'm like, oh my God, how did I miss so much?
Leave it to Robin. She'll do her research. Robin will. Yep.
That was so much misinformation from the first darn live.
Yep.
Oh my God. And now, and Chris McDonough backed that up, so that gave her more fuel. And I was like, oh my God, that poor. And everybody can't stand the family because of all this crap so much.
I think it definitely played a part.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
it put a lot of misinformation out there that a lot of people haven't gotten the memo on. They've heard about it, heard parts of it. It's been like the telephone game where it's been changed and and all of that, and it was all a lie from the get-go. None of that was factual, and it's really sad that it's still out there and probably did change the course of this from the very beginning.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like you had said, McDonough did good when he went down by the, by the water with her and all with Candace, and it gave a softer look of Candace. But going in the house and all was not a good thing, and the rest of it, and then the whole everything else that he dragged into that. Now, I really thought, well, gee, he must be working with the police, and I asked him that several times. I said, "Are you involved in this active investigation?" Well, no, I don't know why anybody would think that, because you don't go out there as an ex-police officer and he would know better than more than anybody not to get involved in an active investigation. So what he did was wrong there too. But I was really like, to hear Lolita, like I only knew her from here, and then to hear it on there, I mean, there's no doubt that was her. So that just makes me really sick. But the whole thing is just too much. It really is. But
it was really disheartening for us to hear, because we'd sort of come to terms with the fact that so much of all of what we've been told wasn't true. But there was still an element of love and concern there from all of us. Then this happens, and you start to think, how far back does this go? How involved were they in all this? Is Ziggy actually being truthful when she says that it, as far as she could see, our channel was set up just to go after Six Up? Perhaps that was part of the plan. I don't know. That's not how we saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I just say, it's like nothing's going to surprise me anymore. Whenever I think that we've got to the bottom of something, something else happens.
My heart really sank when I heard that and realized that was Lolita, and what it was that she was saying, that she was that person. I still can't take that.
I mean, it was bad enough to find out, like, she really shocked all of us with her background, how she fooled all the subscribers, how she fooled yous about who she was. And you, talk to her.
Right. We could get past that. We could get over that because it was us and we were the fools. But when I found out that she did what she did with the Summer Wells case and the Wells children, I can't. I have no words for that. I don't know how you can do that.
I mean, she went like what she did to subscribers and you all was bad enough. But to find out, because that's deceiving everybody who you think they know who you are. And then to find this out, it's like, how could you do that to a child's case? Like, I felt bad for her with everything being brought out because of her. I believed her circumstances with what she went through with her family. So I kind of was soft on that a little bit. But then to see this, it's like, you interfered in this and you lied on a panel about a child.
Yeah, exactly. New Jersey Robin, with Lolita, I kind of felt bad for her at one time because this was her family business was brought out onto the YouTube streets for public consumption because Ziggy had a grudge,
Yeah.
And
even with everything that's gone on, I still stand by the fact that the father of the child should not have been brought up on anyone's panel. The custody case should not have been spoken on. It's a minor child who's in a long-term dispute. It didn't need to be brought onto YouTube, regardless of anything else that had gone on. There was no need for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But the feelings I used to have, I mean, I still have feelings about that. That's still wrong. That doesn't change. But I don't know. I don't have any soft feelings towards her at all anymore.
No, that kind of did it for me right there and then. I mean, I
Yeah.
am just, and now what they're doing with the Sebastian Rogers is the same thing. I'm afraid it's going to be so dragged out the same way. That whole thing is going
Mm-hmm.
to be the same Summerwell situation. But then with what Lip Lock did, I'm really like
Yeah.
taken back because I'm going to say, I don't care what anybody says, there was nothing in this chat or that you ladies, and I'm going to come up here and say that you ladies had not done to that woman but be gracious,
Yeah.
kind, caring, and always there as supportive and support her channel and help her grow or do whatever she needed to do.
Yep.
That
Thank
I
you.
am shocked that she even said a word.
I agree. I'm kind of shocked by it too. And I really appreciate you saying that because we really cared for and respected Lip Locked at one time. So it was really kind of confusing. When it first happened, I was confused. And then as time went on, I just kind of, whatever, it is what it is. And then when she said what she said, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done being quiet about it because we were good to Lip Locked. We didn't have a bad fallout with her, nothing like that. So it was strange to hear her say what she said on her panel.
I'm like, where is this? Like, it came out of left field somewhere. It's because, like, I just thought, well, maybe she left because she really wants to follow the Summer case. She's everything with Summer. She's right there where it's at. So I figured, well, that's where she must want to be.
Mm-hmm.
But to
And I've
hear
got
her,
no problem with that at all.
yeah,
I've got
exactly.
really don't have that much of a problem with her being in Ziggy's. I firmly believe that you should go everywhere and listen to everything. Be careful what
Yes.
you co-sign and what you wallet. If she wanted to do that, nobody was stopping her. It's the fact that she had to come out and sort of take a side and make it seem as if we had made the decision for her. That's what I dislike when we've never been anything but supportive. And not just the ladies up on panel now, but the sort of the bigger jerk community. They are rock solid people. If something happens, somebody needs help, you would never want a better group behind you than these people. Seriously, I've seen them like in half an hour sort of situation over people. And they are
Mm-hmm.
not the way that they're being portrayed. And that really irritates me. They are good, kind people. I mean, yes, there's a lot of sarcasm and funny in the chat. People will tell you their opinion, but I tell you, hearts of gold, the vast majority of them, in fact, all the ones that I know, and most
Yeah.
of the ones that I sort of think I know, I would say are rock solid, golden hearted people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, when she had her time, when things happen in her family, in her life, I mean, you couldn't get more nicer people than everybody here, the subscribers, all of you, just stopped at a dime to help her. I just don't understand where she's coming from. I don't know if she's got something going on with her. I don't know, but this is not the person I talk to all the time in this chat.
Yeah, it's definitely weird, because she's someone for years I enjoyed going back and forth with in the chat, cutting up with, and never had a bad word towards her, me or her, either one or any of us.
No.
And it was
Welcome to membership, Reese.
Hey, Reese, welcome.
Oh, mine expired. But even like when she did the thing with the great and stuff, like she made the cult thing was funny. We were all laughing about that.
Yep.
I mean, it was all, nothing was, I ever seen anything that was wrong. I mean,
I
anything
didn't
that
either.
was hurtful or to come out with that kind of reaction. I'm just shocked. But I came up here to tell you all that. And I love you all.
We love you, Robin.
We love you.
You
I mean,
are one of our A1 Day 1 subscribers. You've been with us for a long time. I love you, Robin. You're just good people.
I love you all too. And I will tell you
Absolutely.
what I think. That's for darn sure.
I know that. I know that.
We like that, though. We do
Yeah.
like that.
We've always appreciated your honesty and, your experiences through life. You've seen a lot, you've done a lot, you know the way the world works. And I just really appreciate that. But I'm going to have to say goodbye because the clock is ticking for me and I need to go quiet now. But I will be up here listening.
Okay.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that you're feeling better. and you get a wonderful night's sleep and rest.
Yeah, you better, Pearl. And I'm going to have to go quiet too, because this
Well, I
one's
was
about
going
to
to
go
get that
popping.
also.
Okay,
Thank you
Soup's
all.
got to poop, you guys.
I do
Good
not.
night, Robin. Good night, Pearl.
Good night, sweeties. Good night.
We love you, Robin.
I love you all.
We love
Good
you,
night.
Robin. Thanks for coming up.
I love New Jersey Robin. You see her
Let me
everywhere.
get something for Reese. Oh, let me pick something different that we haven't done for a minute. I'm gonna do this one.
Gotcha.
Been spending most our lives living in a cornfield paradise.
I hadn't seen that. No, I've heard the song, but I hadn't seen that.
Reese wants to hear my commercial.
She likes TJ's commercial.
Let me do Cornfield Paradise one more time because it's quick, and then I'll do yours,
Okay.
TJ.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Been spending most our lives living in a cornfield paradise.
The Jerks are sponsored by TJ's Garage. We're waiting to fulfill all your biker dreams. Here at TJ's Garage, we pride ourselves not only on our extensive collection of the world's finest motorcycles and all the usual biker accessories, but TJ's own brand of unique customer service and southern hospitality. TJ herself has hand-sourced a collection of the finest leather that is crafted into exquisite leather goods and clothing on site by our team of talented tailors and seamstresses. None of that Temu shit. But besides the obvious quality of our collections, we know our customers expect comfort, a little extra touch of sophistication, and most of all, practicality. We cater to all requirements. We'll even dress Grandpa's little biker sidekick, but that's not all. DJ's Garage offers a hand wash and detail service. While you wait, ladies can enjoy their complimentary cup of coffee in comfort while they enjoy the view, or even look at our beautiful local scenery. We also offer bike safety checks and a wide-ranging repairs and renovations service. TJ has assembled an extensive team of mechanics, each personally chosen for their unique talent, qualities, and skills. At least 50% of them can also fix a motorcycle. Do you feel like it's time for a change? Well, why not drive down to TJ's Garage and browse our collection of beautiful motorcycles? Let TJ show you everything she's got. Because every customer is a VIP at TJ's. We're confident that you'll find something you can't wait to ride. Then, like TJ herself, you can tour the highways and enjoy a beautiful sunset with the ride of your dreams. And also a Harley Davidson. TJ's Garage, we're waiting to fulfill all your biker dreams.
Still love that commercial.
It's a good one.
Is anybody heard, is BK still on the lam?
As far as I know, he is, but I don't look into all of that a whole lot.
I haven't either. I've just been hearing rumors.
Right.
Carrie's on her way to TJ's right now. And TJ is having issues like I usually have. Sounds like she keeps losing her sound. And I was thinking, wow, it's been good to me today. For the most part, it hasn't messed up too much. So I'm thinking about ending pretty soon. Well,
Yeah, my son's here. I told you I would be in and out, so the sooner the better for me.
Then without TJ with sound, Bugsy needs to go quiet. Pearl needs to go quiet. Tenga needs to go. I'm going to say goodnight to y'all. Thank you, everyone that showed up for us today. Appreciate you guys. And as soon as I can figure out what I just did to the screen, I will play our outro and say goodnight. So good night, y'all.
Good night,
Thanks
everyone.
for being here.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.